Being first is nothing new to WFBL. We've been doing it for over half a century. In 1922, WFBL was one of the first radio stations in the country. It was one of the first stations of the immortal CBS radio network. It was the first station in Syracuse. And now, WFBL unveils its latest first. Something so new, and so now, it's destined to become a radio legend. Let's set up the scenario. In early 1979, the management hired consultant Mike Joseph, a man whose success is unequaled in the industry. He was brought in to help WFBL improve its standing in the highly competitive Syracuse market. Together with management, he decided we needed something that better identified with the people of Syracuse. After weeks of intensive research, Joseph put together a unique, carefully balanced and calculated sound, designed specifically to fill the several voids in Central New York radio and appeal to as many people of all ages as possible. That was the key, mass appeal. It was based on playing the most popular music in a rotation that would keep people listening. In between each record, the call letters would be sold to the listener in a bright, exciting manner. Another proven key to success, extremely strong station identification. The missing variable? How to present it. How to tell the audience who we are. Remind them constantly where to find us. At 14 on the dial. We had to convey that we're what's happening, that we're fresh, that we're new, that we're hot.
Fire 14!
That was it. Fire 14. The constant dial position. The repeated positive image that comes from hot.
Hot time.
Hot-blooded.
Hot street.
Hot seat.
Hot to trot.
Hot as a pistol. And...
Hot hits!
That's right. Because in Joseph's format, the music is the star. Jock chatter is kept to a minimum. So the announcer has to be sharp enough to inject his personality into the sound without rambling. So Joseph handpicked the most professional staff he could find, 7 quality announcers of varied backgrounds that would come together and give his sound the personality that makes it that much more unique, like his awesome successes in markets like Detroit, Philadelphia, and New York City. The strictly formatted music rotation would be given individual flavor by each on-air staff member. It would be up to each jock to be constantly creative and eternally poised in order to make the new sound come alive. It's easy to see why Joseph needed more than just professionals. After long hours of training, it was finally ready. At midnight on May 21st, 1979, WFBL was first again. First with the most well-designed mass appeal sound in Syracuse radio history.
WFBL, Syracuse.
Central New York's listeners begin every day by getting Laird in the morning. Program director Dave Laird, a radio veteran with 20 years in the business, most of them in Central New York. As the all-important morning man, he gets Syracuse going between 6 and 10 a.m. To complement the music, WFBL has joined forces with the well-respected ABC Contemporary Network and hired another veteran professional, an old friend of Dave Laird, news director Jerry Morgan. Together, they make up the most exciting radio morning show in Central New York.
Well, we'll get that on for you, Carrier. It's ABBA's Angel Eyes at 6:30 on Fire 14. And a reminder to stick around for Rob Stewart from 10 to 2 today on the Syracuse Hotspot.
Hot hits! WFBL.
That's Bonnie Pointer on Fire 14, and heaven must have sent you. It's 6:34 in Jamesville. Thank you for getting Laird on the Hotspot this morning. We'll have a good time.
WFBL.
Ooh, babe.
That sticks at Fire 14 and on your name game. The name for you to call is Connolly. Contact every Connolly you know now and tell them to tune in. Fire 14 for big prizes. This is Dave Laird.
WFBL. Fire 14.
We've given away over 5,000 big bucks in cold hard cash in Central New York's most generous radio contest, Your Name Game. Now, Fire 14 makes the winning even better with big prizes, really big prizes, like a Nikon camera, a Wurlitzer organ, a Magic Chef microwave oven, a Sony Trinitron television, a Hoover clothes dryer, a Seiko watch, a GE food processor, and that's just for starts. Bigger and bigger prizes are always on the way, and you can win them along with big bucks. Stay tuned to Fire 14 for details on how easy it is to win on Your Name Game.
WFBL.
There's a super sale going on in Syracuse.
Attention, Mr. Executive and your fellow employees.
Do you have the import car blues? Let them take your blues away.
14 in
The
touch.
Super Saturday Sale 2 will be held Saturday, October 20th from 10 to 4 p.m. at the Jordan Masonic Temple located on North Main Street in Jordan. The public's invited and it's absolutely free.
WFBL. 14 forecast.
Cloudy today, high 70. Showers tonight, low 55. Windy and mild tomorrow, high 70. The winds are north at 3 miles per hour. Humidity 100%. Temperature 39.
WFBL. Fire 14. WFBL. WFBL.
Dallas medical authorities want to examine the body buried in Lee Harvey Oswald's grave. I'm Breck Artery, American Contemporary Radio, a service of ABC News.
Two Syracuse men shout over card game argument. This story brings on 14 today. At 6:55, WFBL turns to the 14 sports scene. In the National Hockey League, Boston 3, Islanders 2, Rangers 6, Vancouver 3. In the NBA, Detroit 129, New York 115, Cleveland 141, San Antonio 134. The Daily Double at Vernon Downs, 3 and 8, paid $19.60. The 14 forecast on 14 today. Cloudy today, high 70. Showers tonight, low 55. Windy and mild tomorrow, high 70. The temperature now, 39. The hot item this hour, two men shout over card game argument, and that's hot news.
Hot hits. WFBL.
Ian Gom at Fire 14 at 6:58 with Dave Laird. And on your name game, in the next 60 minutes, the name for you to call is Connolly. Contact every Connolly you know now and tell them to tune in Fire 14 for big prizes.
The 10 to 2 midday slot is handled by music director Rob Stewart, who gained national notoriety in several industry papers for his success as music director in one of the most important markets for new music in the country, Providence, Rhode Island, at JB 105. Another Mike Joseph success story.
Bonnie Pointer, Evan must have sent you at Fire 14 for the folks over at Pass and Seymour. I've got the hotspot turned up loud, and we thank you, because I need all the listeners I can get. It's 1:34. This is Rob Stewart.
WFBL.
Do you believe this weather? It's 81 and hot out there. And on your name game in the next 30 minutes, the name to call is Dennis. If you know somebody named Dennis, call him now. Tell him to tune in to win. And this is Jennifer Warrens, and I know a heartache. Jennifer Warrens, I know a pain in the heart when I get one. For Brewerton at Fire 14, what a great day to call in sick. Temperature 81.
WFBL.
That's Ian Gom at Fire 14, firmly grasping the root of his situation at 20 before 2. This afternoon, 2 to 6, you ought to be here to grasp hotshot Bob Reynolds. Sheriff's been trying for a long time, but he hasn't succeeded.
WFBL.
Afternoon Drive, 2 to 6, is tackled by Bob Reynolds, a very popular and well-known personality who, as Robert Brown, has delighted thousands in his starring roles on the amateur and professional musical stage.
Hot lady Donna Summer doing her thing at Fire 14. Good afternoon, Syracuse. It's 2:09 with Bob Reynolds. Hope you had a good weekend. Nice to be back together again.
WFBL.
Motorcraft plugs and a tune-up done right.
Your name game.
WFBL. Hot hits. WFBL.
Don't take me halfway. Don't take me halfway.
Crystal Gale with a hot hit for our good friends in Syracuse, China this afternoon. Bob Reynolds in the hot seat saluting the fine work of Dave Howard. Dave is a member of the Oneida Castle Fire Department. We appreciate all your efforts.
WFBL.
Free groceries. It's your chance to win free groceries in the WFBL PNC Great Grocery Giveaway. And it's so easy to win. Just mail us your shopping list or a reasonable facsimile and tell us how much you spend each week on groceries for your family. From 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Monday through Friday, the Hot Shots will draw one shopping list at random every hour. If we draw yours, you'll have 1 minute and 40 seconds to call us back on the hotline at 437-1400 to claim up to $75 worth of free groceries from PNC, excluding alcohol and tobacco. No limit on winning, and the lists are good for 1 week only. So send in your shopping lists each week to the Great Grocery Giveaway, WFBL, Eastwood Station, Syracuse 13206. So get them in the mail now and get free groceries from PNC and Fire 14 in the Great Grocery Giveaway.
14 in touch.
The Cicero All Sports Booster Club will sponsor a Christmas gift bazaar and holiday bake sale Saturday, December 1st at the Cicero High School, and all are welcome.
WFBL 14 forecast.
Sunny periods this afternoon, high 48, cloudy and cold tonight, low 25. Showers tomorrow, high 47. Winds are west at 5, humidity 66%, temperature 40.
WFBL Hot Hits. WFBL.
And in the Great Grocery Giveaway this hour, we're looking for L.J. Gavendo of Syracuse. You have 1 minute and 40 seconds to call me back at 437-1400 to claim $70 worth of free groceries in the Great Grocery Giveaway.
Probably about time I introduced myself. My name is Todd Parker, and I work from 6 to 10 p.m. The last time I worked nights, I was the most listened to announcer in Syracuse in all demographics. I'm looking forward to repeating at number 1.
Hot Hits. WFBL.
River Baron at Fire 14. Temperatures a damp 44. You think that loser's got it bad? I just read a report that says that 1 out of 4 women don't get enough sex. So the next time you see the Lennon sisters...
WFBL.
Fire 14, hot time 8:35 with a knack and good girls don't. But I can dream, can't I?
WFBL.
From Mr. Depression, Barry Manilow. Fayetteville on the Firewire for that one. Exciting Todd Parker with big prizes up for grabs in your name game for someone named Riley. 8:39 at Fire 14.
Hi, Todd. This is Kim Fales from Sandy Creek High on the Fire 14 High School Hotline. And this past week, the senior class has been making arrangements for their senior trip to Florida. The business club is planning a disco dance on October 27th from 8 to 11. The varsity football team travels to General Brown Saturday with a record of 3-2. A spectator bus is going for those who would like to watch the game. The varsity soccer team has a game on Friday at Beaver River. This is Kim Fales from the Sandy Creek High on the Fire 14 High School Hotline.
Hot Hits. WFBL.
From Supertramp at the Cicero Hotspot. Take the long way home, because your wife just invited me in. It's cloudy 44 at Fire 14.
WFBL is fortunate to have one of the most talented engineers on the East Coast, who, as Don Rossi, takes over on the air between 10 and 1. The latest audience estimates show Don as one of the highest-rated night jocks in Central New York.
No wind tonight. You better use your motor. Commodores and sail on. Right up to hot hit number 3 on Fire 14. Temperatures down to 40. An excellent night to bundle up with someone nice and hot.
WFBL.
You know, I was...
You're sort of like a potato chip. It's impossible to eat just one. Michael Jackson for Salve on Fire 14. This is Don Rossi in the hot seat at 11:39.
Oxy 5, Oxy 5 or Oxy 10, only as directed.
Hey, I'm chewing something new, sugarless bubble.
A sugarless bubble yum.
Tastes great.
A better sugarless gums. 14 in touch.
United Church at the Crossroads, corner of Route 31 and Cicero Center Road, will hold a smorgasbord on Saturday, October 20th, starting at 4:30 p.m., and everyone's invited.
WFBL 14 forecast.
Cloudy tonight and tomorrow. Low 40. Tomorrow's high is 70. The winds are calm right now. Humidity 83%. Temperatures 40.
WFBL Fire 14. WFBL.
While many stations give away the all-night shift to an inexperienced broadcaster, Fire 14 is the exception. Although Jack Lee, at 20, is the youngest member of the staff, he's a radio veteran, having served at several of Northern New England's radio giants.
Michael Jackson, no stop to get enough at Fire 14. Good morning, Jack Lee. Looking at cloudy, miserable weather for you today with a high only 45 now, 33.
WFBL. In the right measure.
Fire 14, that's Nick Lowe. Gee, just like the temperature, huh? That's for all the people at GE at 207.
WFBL.
Commodores and Salon at Fire 14, temperature 33 with Jack Lee, and I could doze off at any moment. If you happen to hear me snoring, be the first caller at 437-1400. You win putt-putt golf tickets and a lot more, so keep your ears peeled.
Chinatown, USA just received 2 more trainloads of mattress till 9 p.m. Don't miss this incredible mattress sale.
14 forecast.
Miserable today with a high 45, showers or flurries tonight, low 35. The winds are calm, humidity 97%, temperature now 33.
WFBL. Fire 14.
At first glance, it may seem that Fire 14 would appeal primarily to teens. But although WFBL has a massive teen following, in actuality, there is something for everyone. We are, quite literally, mass appeal. Since its inception, Fire 14 has been a people radio station, with many and varied promotions aimed at all demographics, and results that prove we've been right on target. In extremely popular weekend call-in contests, revolving around a different theme each weekend, we've given away thousands of dollars in record albums, concert tickets, t-shirts, and local promotional merchandise.
Fire 14.
It's a This Weather's for the Birds weekend on WFBL. When you hear the birds, just be the 14th caller at 437-1400 to win either the LP of your choice for the Fire 14 weekend on WFBL. When you hear the coughs, just be the 14th caller at 437-1400 and we'll cough up the LP of your choice for the Fire 14 album stand. Watch out for Spooks Weekend on WFBL. When you hear the spook, don't run away. Run to the phone and be the 14th caller at 437-1400 weekend on WFBL. When you hear the ducks, run to the phone and fire on the...
Fire 14 has had a winner every hour, every weekend since May. The result of which is huge quarter-hour maintenance and, by word of mouth, an exceptional cume builder. It's gotten to the point where Central New York anticipates the weekend contests so eagerly that calls begin on Wednesday asking for details. The barrage of telephone activity is so great when the contests are finally run, entire phone company lines are completely jammed. To further identify WFBL with its younger listeners, we saluted every graduating senior at every area high school individually by name. Now we're doing the same thing for every area fireman to show our appreciation and support and to help solidify our older demographic.
Hi, Tom. This is Scott Weingartner from Baker High School on the Fire 14 High School Hotline.
Hello, Todd. This is Julia Miller from Onondaga Central High School.
A new feature of the 6 to 10 p.m. show, High School Hotline, allows high school representatives to inform the audience of goings-on at their schools. It's become incredibly popular.
Mercedes Poppy on the Fire 14 High School Hotline.
All of this is carefully designed to give Fire 14 a positive image in the community as the station in touch with the people. WFBL is wherever people are. Our major mobile promotional tool is the Fire 14 Hot Wheels, a highly visible bright red customized van, the focal point of our personal appearances. Another highly successful facet of our appearances is the free distribution of helium balloons, personalized with our logo. The van and countless hundreds of balloons have been at every fireman's field days and nearly every parade since May. We spent all summer cruising area beaches. We were swamped by hundreds of listeners at the Syracuse fireworks display on the 4th of July. In conjunction with their advertising schedules, we brought in nearly turn-away crowds to 2 PNC grocery store grand openings. At a local fabric store, the response to 2 advertised sales was so massive that at the first, there was a 3-hour wait at the 6 registers. At the second, the owner actually rented an entire extra store. The Pincushion Fabric Store was so impressed by the power of WFBL's advertising, they recently signed a contract renewal for an entire year. We brought hundreds to an outdoor dance contest at a local mall and created so much interest that amusement ride operators were almost forced to shut down for the duration. The WFBL Weather Eye is another service Fire 14 provides for the community. 24 hours a day, Central New York can get the latest National Weather Service forecast by calling 463-4563. Syracuse knows it too. The Weather Eye gets an average of 10,000 calls monthly, and the number picks up during the winter. And of course, there's the Fire 14 Hot Hits on Wheels, a traveling dance and entertainment service for hire. It's a relatively new facet of WFBL promotion, but gaining momentum fast. To supplement the entire on-air sound of Fire 14 and its exterior promotion, we had 100% billboard saturation with TV and print advertisement for reinforcement. In addition, 5,000 Fire 14 Hot Hit surveys are distributed to all local record outlets each week. With the help of coupons on the reverse side, nearly all of them disappear by way of customers' pockets. All of this without even mentioning our major promotions. $100 luxury box seats and pit passes to the prestigious Pocono 500 stock car race. Airfare, hotel accommodations, spending money, and box seat tickets to see the Bee Gees in concert at Madison Square Garden. An awesome contest that brought in 150 mail entries a day. Not only did the Hot Wheels van win an award at the New York State Fair Parade, we were at the fair for its 10-day duration with a Get Down, Meet the People promotion. Entrants had to guess the make, model, and year of the car parked next to the van. The only problem was the car was crushed flat. For 10 days, grandmothers to grease monkeys, mechanics to cheerleaders poured over the wreck. And finally, when all that was left of the fair was popcorn sacks and tire tracks, WFBL had received over 90,000 entries. No doubt about it, Fire 14 is where the people are. Truly, mass appeal.